Hi everyone, let's talk about Kenya politics. Why RUTO must go. The reason why RUTO must go is because there are other Kenyans who are available who can do that job better than him. He's incompetent, he's a liar, he's basically loves poverty, he likes keeping people in poverty, he has taken down the education system, collapsed it, and a lot of other things. The healthcare system is in shambles. Uh, he's done. They need to be investigated if they are financing Al Shabaab and terrorism because the level. And let me clarify because I've said this previously. When it comes to the people working in the government of Kenya, you have people from YK92 group. They're dumb. And the reason why I'm saying they're dumb is their actions and what they've said. But also the fact that they are not financing terrorism willingly. They are not smart enough to know when Al Shabaab is using them or terrorists are using them. That's what I mean. So these are people who can be, if they're fighting terrorism, the probability of them getting recruited by Al Shabaab is higher than them defeating Al Shabaab. Get it? Even with the help of the United States and all these other countries. Because, as I said, you're dealing with a foolishness that has no cure. And there is that impression that these people are more competent than more competent, more knowledgeable. They have this secret knowledge. And this is an illusion that has been created by these foreign countries, the US, the West, the UK. They have given these people an illusion. And there's an illusion that has been created that these people they have this intelligence and this competence that they really don't. And you know who knows it? The people who are right there in Kenya, they know it. And who else? Anybody who lives in Africa can see right through that this competency thing is fake. These people are not as competent because of other things they do. So, because if you're collapsing the education system and you're saying that you can defeat a group, an ideology, right there, you just expose yourself. You're a liar. So something there is not adding up. So with that said, when it comes to things like the education system in Kenya, you have to understand William Ruto comes from Kipsigis, Kalenjin region, those regions. Those regions have cattle rustlers. These cattle rustlers don't take their kids to school. Those bandits in those areas, they don't take their kids to school. When is he gonna talk to his people and tell them, guys, there's an alternate way of looking for money. You need to take your kids to school. When is he gonna do that? And this idea that he's mandating people to take their kids to school, people who had their kids in school. So you're mandating people who had kids in school to take their kids in school. They're saying the reason they can't take their kids in school is because they don't have money and it's expensive and all these other issues that they're giving. The CBC curriculum is confusing, and then you're mandating them. These are not people who had refused to take their kids to school. These are people who had their kids to school. But the people that he needs to be talking to, he needs to be mandating, are the people from the Kipsigis, Kalenjin community, those areas, Elgoyo, Marakwet, Nandi, those areas. Those bandits need to take their kids to school. They need to go to school themselves and stop being bandits and robbing people and all that stuff. So he needs to go. He needs to go. There are other people who will know what needs to get done and they'll do it without people like me coming on the internet to talk to keep. Of course, there'll be issues that need to be talked about, but without them, they're doing nothing about certain issues. And that is their background. They come from those regions. So as much as people are saying, oh, he has hijacked the electoral body, which needs to be looked at because he is controlling the people who were hired there, because he hired them. So there's that issue of the electoral body. They need to hire people, competent people who know their job is to get the best person for the job, and the best person for the job is the person who will get elected for those positions. And Kenyans need to go and volunteer themselves and apply for those positions and campaign. And I know campaign needs money, but the more people who have offered themselves up, the better. So there are very many Kenyans who can do a way better job than William Ruto, who will not be all over the place with all this political theater of crying, going to church and recording yourself crying. I don't know, sleeping with people's wives and sisters and all this stuff that he's doing, lying to the international community or telling them whatever he's telling them. There are people who can do a way better leadership job than William Ruto. That's why William Ruto must go. And then also, you have to understand the thought process of the YK92 dunderheads. Their thought process. All they think about is killing people and looting. That's it. Their solution to every problem is killing and looting. Okay? So he needs to go because that mentality is not going to work. Because if every solution to every problem is eliminating that person and looting funds, you don't have solutions. It's time for new people. It's time for people who are competent, who know how to get the things that need to get done, like building schools. So he must go. There are tons and tons and tons of reasons, but he needs to go. Thank you.